know who's actually going to tune in for this, but I figured orientation is blocked. Okay. Maybe I figured I might do a post, like, cool thing where I do post streams every once in a while. And this is one of them. So if you tune in, you tune in. If you don't tune in, you don't tune in. But I figured we might as well just kind of troubleshoot this guitar a little bit. So you can see more of me than you can see the guitar. See if anybody tunes in. Let's take away these magazines. If you guys want to see how I work on the guitar a little bit, you get to see a sweaty 23-year-old opening up the neck. I'm not going to open up the body of the other one because it's meant to overstrum. We already know that part. Okay. So I need this little piece and the actual... This might be too big. Hold on. We're using a T9 Torx bit screwdriver right now. I've only opened up this neck like twice, so we just gotta check and see what's on the inside. Hey guys, welcome back. I know I just ended the stream, but I kind of last minute decided, you know what? Let me start a after stream just to show me fixing the guitar. All right, so we already got past all of the unscrewing, so now all we gotta do is just rip the little neck in half. Now I don't have any. I don't, unfortunately, have any rubbing alcohol with me. Oh, I forgot to unscrew an important part. So I'm going to have to use just like a damp paper towel. I'm not going to make it like extremely wet. I'm just going to make it like semi-damp. I think I'm on the right account, right? Let me make sure I'm on the right account first before I... Actually, it said GH3WII was live, so I'm definitely on the right account. Free YSL Harambe. Who are you people? Now that everything is unscrewed, I should just be able to take apart the neck. I don't know why I missed that part, but okay. Something broke off. What just broke off? Little piece right here. I don't know what this is for. I don't think it's important though. Okay, so I will be right back. I just need to grab some Q-tips and a glass of water. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I will be right back, yeah. Okay, so we are back. Got my glass of water. First thing I'm going to do, I'm not actually going to put any water in this part, but I'm going to kind of just use my Q-tip to rub off the contacts on the little neck piece that connects to the body of the guitar, because I don't think I've ever rubbed this off before. Not like that. I know what you dirty-minded people are thinking when I say rub it off. So I just got the little Q-tip here, and I'm kind of just rubbing in circles on the circular part. These pins are all soldered in, so I don't have to worry about that part. And it looks like it was a little bit black, so maybe that could have contributed. All right. Now what we need, other than the small little Torx bit T9, I'm going to grab a JO. I'm going to grab a JO Phillips head or J0. You know, this is too small. So instead of that, let's grab a J00 and do that instead. Just like that. Fits perfectly in there. I typically guess with the screws. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're going to destroy the screws, but no. I never had it happen, so I don't really take that advice. Okay. Now it looks like this part of the board is a little dirty, so what I'm going to do is just lightly dab it with water a little bit. Just like very little bits of water. Not a whole lot. Doesn't need all that. Okay. It looks like that was a little bit black. Alright, now I'm going to separate the silicone from the neck. And first thing I'm going to do is do the same thing I did before and clean the contacts a little bit. Just kind of go in circles on each little one. The orange note seems to be the big issue, but there's no harm in cleaning everything else while the guitar's already open. And I'm doing this without water, by the way. I'm not doing this with water. The one thing I am going to clean with water is the silicone itself. Do you like Post Malone? I respect Post Malone. I'm not really into that genre of music, but I respect him because he's really open to other genres as well. Like, he respects them. He doesn't just say, oh, they're old school, let's screw them. Like, they're not relevant anymore. Like, he respects them. Like, he's got a lot of respect. I don't know how to explain it. He respects them, and then in turn, they respect him, which is what I like in person. I've never met the guy, so I don't really know a lot about him, but that's as far as I've seen. Country album was surprisingly good. That's cool to hear. So wow, yeah. If we look at the Q-tip here, the orange button was definitely had some black in it, without a doubt. Okay, so this Q-tip is kind of done at this point. So let me just grab a cleaner Q-tip. Let me do the same as what I did before. Just rub off the contacts. And that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you, that looks really good. Apply a little pressure to the board while I'm doing the Q-tip. And I think I got all the gunk off of that. So now what you do here Not everybody does this. I typically like to do this. I like to clean the silicone like this. Kind of dunk it in the water a little bit. And what I do after that is dry it. I dry the silicone after I do this because you don't want it to be wet inside the guitar. That will cause hardware failure, as most people should know. So just like that, clean the silicone in water. Now we dry it off. I'm going to use my shirt. I recommend a paper towel, but I'm going to use my shirt for this. It's still pretty dirty. I'm going to clean this in my sink. I'll be right back. Or actually, let me bring it with me. Let me bring it with me just to show how I do this. I don't use soap. That's not my thing. I just use a little bit of water. Let me turn the light on as well. Probably gonna need something after I'm done here as well. Okay. I just kind of hand clean everything. Make sure it's all. Well, the neck just fell. So that's neat. That doesn't sound good. I just kind of hand clean it, get all the dust off, whatever was on there before. Clean off the back of it. I don't rub the black parts though, because that can actually degrade. I'm gonna leave the silicone over here for a second to see what the hell just happened. Oh, okay. It wasn't the important part that fell. It was the back of the guitar. Okay. So I had a little scare there. I thought I dropped the whole PCB. I thought buttons were gonna be everywhere. Okay. Now all I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna dry off the silicone. And this is assuming that there was a problem with the frets. By the way, there still could have been other issues with the guitar, with wiring, but this is what I'm going to assume first. This is the first step of troubleshooting. And if it's a wiring issue, then it's not really much I can do because I don't know a whole lot of soldering yet. But I would like someone to teach me a little better. But my silicone is all cut. It's not the best cut, but I cut the sides and leave the top and the bottom. And people who played on this actually tend to love it. So, although it wasn't like the best cut in the world, the best cutting job, because I used a big scissor when I did it, it came out good, and the buttons feel great. So, no complaints from me there. Right, so now, we get to pretty much the less important part of cleaning the inside of the guitar. Now, frets are already pretty clean, so I'm not going to worry about that. You want to rub these black contacts with the Q-tip. That's a very important thing to do because that's really how the buttons are interacting with the board. So, got this here. This Q-tip is semi-clean. Just gonna kind of rub in circles just like we did on the actual board itself. Now, you would think that rubbing with a paper towel would make things good, but I tried doing that, and it actually didn't do a great job, so I use Q-tips. Just from the first fret, we already got a decent amount of black. Well, actually, I think that was the orange fret. So we were definitely working with a semi-dirty guitar there. And we just keep rubbing in circles. Not too much pressure because you don't want to break the silicone. Especially if it's hanging by a thread. I made that mistake once already. The rest of the buttons seem pretty clean. I mean, I'm rubbing them and not a lot of black is coming off. That was dirty. Wow. You got minus 141, dude? Great job. Yo, I'm cleaning my guitar right now because it was dropping frets when I was live. So I figured it would be a good time to do a post-stream kind of thing and kind of just show myself live doing it. So this is the silicone right here. This is the way my cut looks, C-Dot. I already kind of showed it before, but I cut the sides of the silicone. It wasn't the best cut in the world that I did, but it came out really nicely the way that it performed, at least. I feel a kidney stone coming, dude. Okay, so now these are semi-dirty. Let's try the third one. Really rub that gently, but with pressure at the same time is what you want to do. I think I just... Good, we didn't break it. I thought I did for a second. It's hanging by a thread, though, so you want to be careful. Okay. Now we've got third fret. Hey, that's I know I just ended stream before, but I figured I'd do a little post stream and see if anybody would actually show up. I'm cleaning the guitar currently. Right now I'm cleaning the silicone with a little Q-tip. Because we're going to troubleshoot and see if this fixes the fret dropping issue. If not, it's a more complicated issue that might need to be resolved. I definitely don't want to lose this guitar because it's one of my favorite guitars I've ever played on. Like I did a really good job with this, with buying this guitar. Can't wait for the next stream of the Gauntlet. I appreciate that. I might do it tomorrow. I'm considering it. I'm considering not doing it as well at the same time, though. I want to at least take one day off before school so I don't burn myself out since it's going to be my first day of class. So you just want to keep rubbing it. No homo. Hey, yo. Doing the sus method. We're down to my last Q-tip. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is black. Yeah, no, it's it builds up, and it builds up quickly because I literally just cleaned this guitar like 2 months ago. I did it at a Guitar Hero meetup, as a matter of fact. Because my friends were telling me, dude, clean your guitar. They don't look good. I was like, fine, I'll clean my guitar. And then I did. Want to be careful with this last piece of silicone because I kind of did this one a little not so good. I'm not going to FC it. I mean, I'll pass it without a doubt. I mean, I'll get 5 stars probably without a doubt because it's an easier chart than GH3. I just don't see myself hitting Fast Solo Way in a run. I'm not at that skill level yet to where I feel like I can FC one. I've done it on Clone Hero. I've FC'd the Metallica chart on Clone Hero with an Explorer, so. But I just don't see myself at that level yet to be able to do it on Metallica. The sliders are a pain, and the PS2 is the worst engine for it. At least what I've been told. That or the Wii, one of the two. On the one, Van Halen is also going to be difficult. I'm definitely not going to FC it. I can see myself getting a nice streak in 2A, though, because I'm going to have a bunch of chances to do it. I have FC 2A raking, so I can definitely see it happening. As for the section in the run, raking it's probably not going to work. The only two people that I can really say that method's reliable for is Ace and Cyan, and even that's pushing it because it's not the best method in the world. Ace is FC'd at standard strumming. I don't know why he doesn't just try to get his standard strumming speed back up and do it that way. It's much more reliable that way. Raking is very RNG when it comes to playing on console. That's one thing me and Cyan have a little disagreement about. He feels like you can just kind of... It works. You just got to do it the same way every time. And I disagree with that. I feel like the game will give it to you sometimes. Sometimes it won't. What games am I going to be able to do? Well, GH5 is very easy. GH5 is easy. I've already done Aerosmith. That one was easy. You and I both did Aerosmith. If I can't do Metallica, I want to say GH3, honestly. I probably, if I did GH3 PC with high FPS, I can see myself doing that. Potentially GH1 if I get better at the engine. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm capable of. 5 is easy, so I know I can do that. I already said that. World Tour is a bitch because of Satch Boogie. That's like the only reason I won't full game FC for a while. Satch Boogie's got me like pinned to a corner. Fight Fire with Fire was something. Yeah, that's a hard chart, especially on the engines with PS2 and Wii, because the strumming on that's abysmal. The strumming on all of it's abysmal. On all the engines for it's abysmal. They have some weird like overstrum protection filter on that game that isn't present in Van Halen or World Tour for some odd reason. It's only present in that game. I could have definitely. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating when I say I can't do one. I think I can. I just think it would take me a lot of grinding to do because it's a very, very annoying section to hit on sliders, and the transition is even worse because you can't like zig the first note like you can on Clone Hero. You have to do a straight descending, and you kind of gotta start with your left hand or really transition with the right hand. That's fair, Sim. Frantic was fun. Terrible song, but fun chart. The only song I have FC'd backwards was Stacy's Mom back in the day. All right, we're just putting the guitar back together now because I think I got everything cleaned to the extent that I needed to. Make sure I screwed it another way. Boom. This is the back of the neck. I'm considering it, yeah, but first I need to buy every single version of the game for every console first, and I'm kind of broke right now, so I can't really afford that. When I was still working GameStop, I was getting like $1,000 a week, so that was nice. That was when I was able to kind of buy whatever I felt like. Sorry, $1,000 every 2 weeks. It was not $1,000 a week. I was doing really good when I was a manager, but now that I'm kind of jobless right now, and I'm kind of just hoping that this Twitch thing goes, this YouTube thing goes well. I'm also looking for another job on the side while I do school. Just the thing with Full Sail is their schedule kind of sucks. Yeah, I was making good money. I was making good money at GameStop. I really was. People complain about the pay, and I honestly think GameStop employees are underpaid. But I was making good money when I was there. I can't complain. I was working 40 hours a week. I made a lot of mistakes while I was there, though. Rule number 1, don't become best friends with one of your employees. It can really make shit get dramatic. And unfortunately for me, it did. Hell, don't become best friends with, well, I guess that's up to your boss to feel if they're, that's your boss's choice if they want to take the risk to be friends with the employees. I will say I was friends with a lot of my employees. I was friends with my boss, who was really cool at the time. And there's still people that I talk to from work. And I have one guy that tunes in all the time, named Andrew, who tunes into my streams all the time. And I miss him. I really do. I live in Florida now. I moved away from New York about 2 months ago now. Yeah, I get you, C-Dot. I get you there. I really should have gone on disability, honestly, after the psych ward, because the reason I left GameStop was, well, I mean, I was already leaving, but I had a mental breakdown. Unfortunately, that ended with me in the psych ward. I wasn't going to be able to last those last 2 weeks. I had to go, otherwise I was probably not going to be alive to see today. So I got the help I needed. I feel great. I don't look as great as I did. Well, not that I ever look great, but I'm starting to gain a little bit of weight. I got a little belly going on, which is actually affecting me in elbow strumming now because I'm not used to the guitar being so far away from me. I don't know how fat people, I don't know how bigger guys do it. Started a cult on accident. Was it a cult of personality? Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I'm not like fat, but I'm just getting heavier. I'm heavier than I was. Like when I was still working GameStop, I think it was 120. I'm now like almost 160. So I gained a lot of weight in that time. I'm just not used to it. I'm only 5'2", by the way. So that's why my weight is so low in comparison. If I was like 5'9", 160, I'd be really thin. Or like semi-thin or something like that. I'm not begging for compliments, by the way. I'm just saying. Lil Chubb ain't gonna hurt none. It has hurt my Clone Hero playing a little bit because I'm not used to the guitar being so far away from my body. I need to start playing with the strap again. I never got close to starting a riot, but I did rebel against the company a little bit. I get you, C-Dot. I'm in a lucky position right now because I'm staying in my dad's vacation house. That's one thing I can say, that I'm thanking my lucky stars that my dad worked as hard as he can to get to where he is and make as much as he did. Because he started from nothing and then built himself up, and now he's got a lot of money. So enough to help his kids out when they're in tough positions, which I definitely got myself in. But he taught me the meaning of hard work. I know that I can't just expect that money is going to be in my pocket. You got to work for it. I'll complain about it all I want, but until I start working big, I can't really say that it's worth complaining for, because I'm fortunate with what I have right now, like really fortunate. Like, I'm living alone. It's really cool. Like, this experience, it's just really, really cool. 5'7". My dad's actually 5'7" as well. So I guess you guys are close to the same height. All right, so the neck is put back together. We got a nice clean guitar. I could have cleaned the side a little bit more. God, I feel a kidney stone coming. That's not good. I'm gonna leave the glass of water. Actually, no. You know what? I'm not gonna be lazy. I already cleaned the guitar. I'm just gonna. Yeah, my dad's a great guy. He'll be a pain in the ass, but overall, he's a good guy. I'm just gonna put it back in here because I just did it with water. So. So you're actually not that tall either, then, C-Dop. That's actually the height I was supposed to be, but then then my growth stunted for some reason. I remember I went to the doctors, and yeah, they hurt. They hurt when you have the stones. Passing them isn't as bad, but having them is what is the worst. But I remember going to the doctors every year, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it looks like your growth spurt's going to be next year." And then they said, "Yeah, it's probably going to be next year. It's a little slow. Yeah, wait one more year." And then I go to my doctor, a new doctor, and she goes, "Why haven't you grown?" And I go, "What do you mean? Like, what? How am I supposed to answer that question?" And she's just like, "You need to go to like, what do you call it? We need to set you up with a growth expert to examine your, to see if your growth plates have closed." And then, as it turned out, my growth plates had closed. They were supposed to give me a special medication that would have stunted my growth, because when I had a growth spurt, I went from 4'6", 4'8", to 5'2", like in the span of like a month. So my growth spurt was massive. And if they would have stunted my growth spurt, I could have been 5'8", 5'9". But ultimately, I had an irregular growth spurt, and it caused me to not grow again after that. But okay. I'm holding down the orange fret, and it looks to be saying, I'll move the guitar around. It might have just been dirty. It could have just been a dirty fret, because I'm not seeing any fret drops. You would have been too strong. You got any taller. God had to nerf you. God nerfed me hard. All right. All right, I'm just going to test the guitar and see how it works. Dude, I am in pain right now. What the hell? Okay. I'm going to go back to a section with a lot of oranges. I wish I can test this on something like Trogdor, but that's just not the case. Let me go back to Here We Stand and Through the Fire and Flames and see if my frets drop. You just picked up GH3 and PS3? Trog Saturate. All right, so it didn't drop the frets for that at all, which is great. Can't wait for you to be in those streams, man. I'm appreciating that you're excited for them. It honestly makes me excited that other people are excited for it, because I was very excited when I first thought of this. Literally, I went from just thinking about doing this to literally doing it the next day. Frets seem good so far. I miss all of Red Snake. Well, I want to hit Red Snake once while I do this. If not, my back's starting to hurt a little bit, so I might actually just stop. We almost hit it. It's fine. That's good enough. It looks like the orange button might be fixed. Let's do one of the sections and take this life again just to try it one more time. Dude, unlocking Kurt Cobain. That sounds fun. All right, let's play a section from Take This Life, and that'll pretty much decide everything. Yeah, the frets are better. I fixed it. The overstrum is going to stay because I'm going to be using this for Clone Hero anyway, and I wanted overstrumming guitar for fast strumming stuff. But we are done with GH3 for tonight. I think I am prepared to kind of just say, yeah, we're done with that. I'm so happy. You tried to hold your guitar like that, and it makes you faster and almost broke your hand. GH Achievement Gauntlet? Dude, that would be insane. I'd have to do that all on Xbox, I guess, because PlayStation doesn't have all of the trophies for that. I could do a trophy hunt. But, oh, you know what? I'm not going to be able to get every trophy because some of them require you to play online. I guess I can do it with RGH and play online with the RGH with other players, but there's specific trophies you have to play online for. Or some trophies you have to play drums on or stuff like that. So, or achievements, I should say. But the guitar is fixed. It's up and running, which means the next time I play on Wii, which won't be until I play Aerosmith, so I've got some time, it looks like this guitar will be good. And I'm considering calibrating the whammy on this thing to make it to where it doesn't just hold when I'm using the Retro Cult adapter, because I want to use this guitar on PS3 as well. I feel like this is one of my better guitars overall. Yes, I've seen that. But yeah, I mean, the whole part of the stream was kind of just that post stream was kind of just to show the guitar being fixed. So I don't really have much more content to give. I feel like it's probably best for me to start getting off since it's getting pretty late. But I might experiment with more of these like kind of vlog-ish streams, like every once in a while as a post stream kind of event, just to plan something little. But yeah, bro, imagine if we held a contest where everyone tried to see how many FCs they can get in a row starting from GH1. Dude. Oh, man, I don't even think that'd be possible. I think people would die before he was over. Honestly, I feel like people would die before that was over because they'd have to sit for a significant amount of time. Unless it was they got to take breaks. GH base. Okay, so since you're new here, I recommend looking at the GH announcement, the GH Gauntlet announcement video where I explain some things. But my plan is if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna run the entire gauntlet back and do my favorite game on each of my favorite platforms, rather than doing every game on every platform. And if I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did here with the full platform gauntlet and do it all on bass. So play every single bass chart on every single version of the game so that I can document it all on Score Hero. So that's the goal. If I hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the full platform gauntlet, I will run it back and I will do both of the challenges. So I'm not just going to skip over the 1,000 sub. I'm not going to just skip over the 1,000 sub challenge. I'm going to do both challenges if I hit 2,000 subs, which means that this project can last 6 to 8 months if this all goes well. So this can be a very, very long-term project. That would be really cool if a Wise Moves rated or Jared rated. I'm actually meeting Jared potentially within a month from now, so that might be really cool. Supposedly Lean Dragon is coming in to visit, so Shmooey and Jared are going to be there, and potentially I might be potentially I said meeting them. So I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but I already met a few people while I've been here. I mean, I hang out with Matt Way all the time. I got Gammo that I went over his house last weekend, I think it was, and it's been a blast since I've been here, honestly. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to see up. Your stream quality is much better than mine. I can tell you that 100%. Yukog is gone. He's not coming back. Once I run out of GH charts, I'm probably just gonna go to Clone Hero at that point and expand my play there. I got a new guitar from Pixel that's an Arduino Explorer, and it's all membrane. It's all membrane. It's not mech fret, and I'm going to be using that for Clone Hero majorly. I'm actually going to probably be using it on PS3 as well, depending on how I like the silicone for console stuff. But that's basically it. I mean, if you guys want to do any kind of, just to get the word out, if you guys want to just tell people that I'm doing this, we can totally have this be a very long-term project. If not, then I'll just do the whole Guitar Hero Gauntlet and just enjoy what we did there. And maybe if I like it enough, I'll just do it without the goal. I'll just do it without the goal in mind. Like, if I end up liking this project enough, it might kill me by the end, like make it to where I never want to touch this again. But if I get there, I'm going to basically be forced to do it. But if I like this whole thing enough, I might just do it without the goal. Honestly, I might just do the base gauntlet without the goal. Dude, Asai knows that this is happening. Asai knows that this is happening. Moose knows that this is happening. Jared knows that this is happening. They're all in the know about it. I just don't want to be that guy to be like, hey, can you advertise my streams? Like, I just want to kind of build this up on my own. And if they feel like advertising it themselves, then that's really cool and I appreciate it. But I don't want to be that guy who just goes into people's streams and be like, hey, I'm doing all this, and then just seem like an asshole. I would feel like an asshole if I just went in people's streams and started doing that humble 6'5" mentality. So I go in their chats and tell them what I'm doing, and kind of update them on how the grinds are doing, but I don't ever tell anybody, hey, stop by if you want to watch the gauntlet, because I feel like that's just trying to take away from their audience, and that's a little weird to me. So I also try not to stream at the exact same times that they are, and if they are, I don't go in their chats while I'm doing it, because I let them do their thing and I let me do my thing. I feel like that's a fair thing to do. They got their own bills they got to pay, especially because they're doing this for a living for the most part. So I kind of let them be them. But hey, if they want to advertise and bring this any further, then cool. I'd be down for it. I mean, I'd be down to meet some new people, talk to some new people, and grow this platform a little more. I wasn't sure about building GHRG for a long time just because of my past with GHRG, but and with my past with RG Games, where I felt like when I just streamed something that I loved, I eventually started hating what I was streaming. But honestly, I really do enjoy doing this. This is the first time that I feel like I'm enjoying making content with something that I love in a long time. Other than Andrew's Retro Games, because I make content with that all the time as well. But expand past the game, I've technically have. I've done. I've expanded. I do appreciate the compliment, by the way. I have a retro game channel where I have almost 5,000 subscribers on. I'm about halfway there to 5,000 from 4,000. I'm at 4,400 something. So I do all my retro game stuff there. I do reviews. I even reviewed the Riffmaster, and I have a few Guitar Hero clips on there as well. But my main thing is to keep Guitar Hero going, and then as I become a game developer, I'll probably shift a lot of my focus to Andrew's Retro Games as well to talk about some topics there. But Guitar Hero's not going away. This is a big part of my life, and this is the reason that I'm even still doing content. Just because Guitar Hero really introduced me to everything. It got me into building computers. It got me into just all sorts of video games, because when I built that computer, it made me test its limits, because I love testing the limits of things. So it got me into other games. I mean, yeah, my channel is called Andrew's Retro Games. No apostrophe, and it's all one word. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's getting kind of late. It's 1:30 right now, and I am still considering doing a stream tomorrow, so I might want to try to get some rest. I'll be on Discord a little bit, probably a little bit longer. I think I should probably list my Discord on here as well, but yeah, let me can I even chat? Oops, I clicked the poll. Yeah, I don't know how to comment on here. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I'll definitely link my Discord in the next thing, because I definitely want to. Maybe I'll even create my own server at some point. Cyan has been nice enough to let me use his server for advertising for the stream. I can't comment on my own life. Yeah, Cyan Crayon GH, I have to give a huge shout out for. I have to thank him for everything that he's done to let me use his little Discord for advertising my stream and stuff. That's the only place I've done it, because I specifically asked him if it was okay for me to do it. He even created an own channel for me to have my own little voice channel, so that I don't interfere with the other ones. So yeah, he's been really cool. I think he is one of the best Guitar Hero players to touch console of all time. think he's an awesome guy. So I give a shout out to him more than anything. But anyway, guys, thank you for stopping in for both streams. I really appreciate you guys sticking around, and I really appreciate all the compliments too. It definitely gives me motivation to want to keep doing this. So I'm gonna keep doing the gauntlet. Who knows how far we're gonna grow after this? But if we do end up growing past 1,000 subs and 2,000 subs, then damn, I gotta thank you guys, and you guys can say you were the first ones here, because really, I'm only just starting to build this platform. So I'll definitely, I'm not gonna forget any of you guys either. I'm gonna make sure I stay in contact with all of you. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. I am tired as hell. I need to drink something. I need to eat something, and then I'm going to sleep. So I'll catch you guys later. Oh, you just discovered me today. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to have been. Well, I'm Andrew. That's my real name. But yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys later.